Hey Sagittarius, this is Perrymore Tarot's weekend reading for October 27th through the 29th, 2023. This is for Sagittarius. Last shuffle. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. All right, so what we have is playing it safe, and we have fragmented energy. Ooh, you're trying to close up or tie up loose ends. Your energy is all over the place because you may be looking at things with the final, I'm about to put this right where it goes kind of thing, right? You're not leaving anything open. Whereas before you do, people may start to feel like, wow, Sagittarius was really, really abrupt. They really just let us know that, normally you would kind of leave something open. I'm not really sure exactly what they're referencing to, but you may have given them a certain level of energy or a certain level of attention that now you don't give. You're kind of like you've been successful at kind of closing up loose ends. The fragmented energy is like you're giving them limited attention. Especially if you're invited to a party. Yeah, it might shock everyone. You're gonna change up on people so quick, like overnight. You're gonna be changing. Seven of Wands over the entire reading tells me that this has been a challenge for you. Okay, that trying to figure out exactly what to do or say to almost let everyone know. Um, it's like you don't. You're above this mess now. It's like you're above it. You know how people they'd be like, it's above me now. Like there's nothing I'm willing to do about this situation. So playing it safe is Seven of Pentacles, the Star, the Lovers, and Page of Wands. It looks like playing it safe is an energy typically of a person who is just like laying low or low profile, doing the least, so that with the least amount of risk to their person or to anything that they're going through. They don't want to be risked in any kind of risk of loss or anything. And it looks like you're saying, you know what, the best thing I can do, the easiest thing I could do, and the safest thing I could do is keep to myself and follow my purest heart. Like what do I really want to do right now? In this instance, a lot of you want freedom with the Page of Wands. This is freedom, right? And want it for a long time. Seven of Pentacles is like, I want to plant that seed of having my freedom, and I want it to grow for a minute. And sometimes it might be a year, there might be 7 months, it might be a long time where you're saying, I need a minute to be free, to roam and to see what works for me. Um, it's the safest thing to do because whatever brings the most peace or makes you feel the calmest, because while these wands are like defense. I'm defending myself, right? This is a defending myself successfully though, but still that brings up a little bit of anxiety, raises the cortisol a little bit, kind of thing. So that's what they're showing as far as playing it safe, is that you really are, it's safest for you to focus on what makes you feel the calmest, no matter what conflict comes up with it. Fragmented energy is the Tower and Six of Wands, and that is how you're coming. You may be very focused on something completely different. So if this is a person, they're like, you usually call me on this day, or you usually show up or give me some level of attention at this point, and you're changing it up, and you may not be giving them any. You might be so focused on winning or getting yourself together that you're not even considering anything else. Successfully closing doors as well. And once you put that piece down, then they know that there's no portal back in through to your space, kind of energy. It's like you may be closing portals, you may be closing doors, closing opportunities, tying all that up. Like whereas before you'd be like, I'll call you tomorrow. You might be like, all right, bye. I find it funny because when Sagittarius gets like that, they mean it, and it's too bad. It's too bad, and it's too late. I'm sorry. Sagittarius is not playing when they get to that point. Hidden motivations is the Fool and Emperor. And it seems like you may feel a little uncomfortable with sharing with other people that you plan on taking full control of your life, or taking off, or doing something that whatever this is, like you could be so good at something, or it could be a business, or I always say business because a lot of times for me, Emperor screams out, I've got my own, I'm doing my own. Um, but with the Fool, this says that you may have thought about it for a long time, but never made any moves toward it. But the Fool, a lot of times for most people, is like a person who just says, "Oh, I'm going to do it," and they don't plan it out. They just run. But with the Emperor here, this says that you have a lot of the foundations set up already. Like maybe you have the skill, maybe you graduated from some place to do something, or you've studied it for a long time and you're actually prolific in it and very intelligent, but you just didn't do anything. So hidden motivation says, I'm not sure. I'm uncomfortable with sharing with anyone what my next moves might be, because it makes me feel, someone may have made you feel defensive, like you have to defend your position. They may have made you feel like you're being immature, that you don't have enough experience. Well, how are you going to get experience if you don't get experience? That's another thing here that I'm seeing, because this would say you didn't spend enough time doing that, right? But you naturally, that's not even who you are. Nobody knows you like you do. And I think that's why Spirit's telling you to play it safe and keep your hidden motivate, keep it to yourself, because you already are sort of shaky on something, and you don't want other people to make you feel completely off kilter, because there's something you're meant to do, but you're meant to build the confidence to do it. If the Magician does, okay, I was about to say, if the Magician comes out, I'm saying you really need to build your confidence. Dark thoughts is 5 of Pentacles and 8 of Swords. And your dark thoughts is more so concerning the fact that you may feel like you don't have enough resources to pursue a certain pathway, or like you have options, but you may be concerned about your resources, and you may be concerned about your support, because it looks like your support puts you on the defense quite a bit. You have dark thoughts about being stuck in a position because of lack of resources. And that's the only reason why you haven't chosen. This looks like the only reason why you haven't took off and leapt away from a situation, or leapt away from a person, is because of worrying about your security and finances, or, your security as far as like, your resources, and having materials or money, or like some of you, well, some of you may be concerned about all those things. You may be working as a team with someone else, combining resources with other people, and you're like, if I might not be able to deal without it. But they're showing here that you are closing up loose ends. You're going to do this very, very successfully, by the way. This is like, they're going to get the point. You don't have to say anything. You won't have, the star doesn't have to say jack. She already is that. And so it looks like you might say something, or say whatever you say, the point is made. Ooh, she didn't, or he didn't say that they're going to call me back, or they didn't even say they care about me today. They didn't say I love you, nothing. They just said bye. Ooh, I know them. They make a big deal about that. They don't care, or they don't want to be bothered with me anymore. There's something about what you do that gets people to understand you said a little too much, you've done a little too much. And that's that there. So you could be dealing with an Aquarius, a Gemini, a Scorpio, Aries very strongly. But we also have another Sagittarius or Leo. So you could be, you have lots of masculine energy here, just one feminine energy. So you could be a Scorpio, Sagittarius cusp. This tells me that you're taking action more than anything else. This isn't feeling and waiting for anything. This is taking action. All right, so if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.